AskReddit by Oriole Sires. What should teenagers these days really start paying attention to as they're about to turn 18? This doesn't apply to teenagers specifically, but the sooner you get a good routine the better. So I would say learn to take care of your teeth and don't forget to floss. It's easy to look over flossing and not do it, but it's so important and future you will thank you. Edit. For anyone interested in learning proper technique for flossing, https://yahoo.be/hhdopxnknm4 . Traffic rules. Please, take it TF seriously. Having been driving for about 20 years now, most of the accidents I've seen have been from people following too close. Leave space between you and the car in front of you. You don't realize how fast traffic can stop until it happens and you're halfway through the trunk of the car in front of you. Also, if you brake hard and avoid a collision, the car behind you may be following too close and you get rear-ended. Also, I've seen more than once a car dodge a piece of debris or a stopped car and the person railing too close behind doesn't see it until the other car has merged over and bam. There's really no good reason to tailgate. If someone is tailgating me, I tend to slow down, which is the opposite of what they are probably hoping to achieve, but now I need enough car lengths for me and them. Be social, but remember friends will come and go. Don't invest in people that won't invest in you. Yep. Get ready for your friend circle to shrink by half or more. And that's okay, because your adult friends will be, hopefully, much healthier and happier for you than your teenage friends. Smoking. Started with cigs so I could take breaks at work, construction, 22 now and can't quit vaping. Shit sucks. Learn some basic cooking. Learn how to wash clothes, hang them up, do ironing, etc. You may be moving out soon, so practice the skills you will need. Imagine all the things you would have to do if mum and dad weren't around, then start practicing them. Draw up a budget. Look at how much to rent in the place you want to live, add in food and elegant mobile phone and internet. Don't forget to add bond too. Delete it. Taxes, how to vote, how to write emails. I've had to teach several first years at my university how to do this. I get a lot of emails from customers at work. Trust me, plenty of people well over 30 don't know how to write emails. Delete it. Procrastination and drugs don't mix. Listen to your desires and dreams. I'm 28. My goals and dreams now are vastly different than when I was 18. Listen to those changes. For a long time I kept chasing a dream almost because I felt I owed it to my younger self. It's okay for your dreams to change as you age and your circumstances change. Who you are now will not be the same person you are at 23. And as you grow, listen to your internal monologue. Dreams and desire change. Grow with them. Piggybacking off of this, make sure there are some hobbies you really enjoy, and preferably some of which you can do alone at home. Don't rely on other people for entertainment. Taking care of your physical and mental health before you fall into the trap of I don't have time for it. Really sit down and think about how you can better yourself for your own sake. Especially physical injuries. High school, I broke a bone. Check out my cool cast. Adult, I broke a bone. How the hell am I going to drive or work? Authorized user is sort of a cheat code in the credit world. If your parents have decent credit and take care of their shit, see if they'll make you an AU on a card and then lock the card up in a box. Being AU makes the credit history of the account show up on your credit report. If financial responsibility is a big deal in your house, this can have some major advantages when you're trying to get started. It's totally a cheat code, but it works. I'm 30 and my credit history is 22 years according to my credit report. I remember my mom telling me that she was going to do this, but I didn't really understand what it meant. Thanks, Mom. Don't ask your parents to do this if they have bad credit though. That'll just weigh you down. You are now risking real jail time. What were once just shenanigans, kids will be kids, are potentially things that will haunt you for a really long time. Relationships. As soon as you hit 18, things start becoming real. Don't get married without being sure of your future spouse. Don't go unprotected during sex. Don't get into a relationship where your other half will get you in trouble with the law. Especially the unprotected sex part. I'm fucking up in all sorts of ways now without being a parent. I can't imagine what it'd be like adding a kid to the mix. Your data trail online. Old Instagram and Facebook posts can come back and haunt you during future interviews. Yeah, do a spring clean and nuke everything. In some jurisdictions, Europe, maybe California, you can have things purged under privacy laws. Learn how to take care of yourself. Take full responsibility for everything that is happening in your life. Create big goals and have a life purpose if you have one. Focus on saving money and don't buy stupid shit to impress people you don't even like. A big thing you should learn along with having goals and a purpose is to be flexible. Shit happens sometimes and you gotta know it's okay for plans to change. I'm 17 and will be turning 18 later this year. So I look forward to reading these responses. Getting shit together. 18 isn't the age you should be thinking you're a full-blown adult. Nah. You need to venture into the 20s for that. But between 18 and 21, you just gotta get your shit together. No matter what it is. Financial, mental, physical. Just do whatever it takes to make sure you can fully prosper from stressed out teen to battle hardened grown up. I was going to say something along these lines. Like, work on being self-aware, self-reflection. As ashamed as I am to admit it, I was very resentful when I joined the adult working world. Everything that wasn't going right for me was because of external factor holding me back. This is simply not true or exaggerated. It gets you nowhere quick. I'd say a lot of these really good suggestions people have on here could be solved by starting with someone who developed a good self-awareness of how they are acting or thinking about stuff coming up in their life. 18-year-olds will get that brutal dose of reality sooner or later. What's critical is how they react to that initial challenge. If you can avoid passing the blame, regardless of if it is within your control or not, it will begin a slow trend towards taking ownership of all aspects of your life. Don't be afraid to walk away from a job person that's toxic. Start saving now, so you can walk away. Community college is your best friend. Go there before doing the last 2 years at a 4 years. Trade schools are just as viable. Ain't no shame in being debt free at 22 making 60 plus. 3-5% of all income should go to retirement starting now. Go open a Roth 401k. I have a 2-year community college nursing degree that I got at age 21. No student debt. Now at 35 I make 6 figures and put a shit ton in savings. Develop healthy habits now. Proper nutrition, a steady sleep schedule, regular exercise, etc. You are in a fantastic position to build a healthy lifestyle that will elevate your quality of life for the rest of it. It is much harder to change existing unhealthy habits that have been established for years. Most people aren't able to. Give yourself the best chance for a lifetime of health and happiness now. The first few years of your early 20s will fly. You'll one day wake up and be like, I'm 25? I'm halfway to 50. Learn how to learn. Most of us had no idea how to do taxes, get a mortgage, vote, fix a broken electrical socket, etc. You just need to know where to go to learn things, and I think the younger generations are already exceptional at finding information. But there's some sort of learned helplessness people have, especially those who didn't have to learn things while they lived at home, where if something seems confusing or hard they give up vs actually searching out more information. Sometimes YouTube is great, sometimes you need to call an expert, sometimes you need a class. Example, Check our personal finance to see how many people post about not understanding their car loans or mortgages or just giving up on filing taxes for years because it's hard. Just learn about things before you jump in. Your mental health. Don't set so many goals for yourself that the stress makes your mental health suffer. Take some time for yourself. To do nothing. Just recharge. Even if it's only a couple hours a week. It gives you something to look forward to. Also, learn how to budget and save. Credit cards. Anything credit related actually. Networking for job prospects. Seriously, just getting out and building a social network can help so much, especially if you're networking in the same field as you're going into. I always thought the saying "it's not what you know, it's who you know" was stupid as fuck until I became an adult and saw really stupid people land good jobs just because they knew someone. Read every document that you sign. You are now accountable for everything you put your name to. Time management, finances, foregoing college and working for a few years. They should really begin to try and understand why they are doing the things they are doing. Are you just going to college because that is what your teachers and parents are saying you should do? Is it a practical choice? College can be good, but a lot of jobs you could have gotten with a degree you can get without one. You may just end up robbing your future self for a delayed adolescence. Hand washing. Start saving money every paycheck. Who's bullshitting you? Who out there really has your back and is a straight shooter? When are you just getting a sales pitch? Don't get me wrong. There is nothing wrong with being sold to, but know how to recognize when you are just buying hype and buzzwords. That the free 14-day trial is coming to an end. Deleted. Watermark them with the recipient's name, or a unique identifier, in several places, so if someone leaks them, you can ID them and have them arrested. Learn how to use an Excel or Google Sheet and make a budget. Live by it. Get a bank account. Get checks. Budget will help here for people who don't cash checks timely. Whatever extra money you have, if you do, divide it by 2. Save half, enjoy the other half. That will keep you from feeling burned out. Your social media profiles. More and more good paying jobs are conditional upon a background check that involves social media research. More and more companies want who you are as a person to make sure you'll be a good personality fit for the company. Skills are only part of the picture. To better gauge this, invasive social media screening is done. The separation between personal life and professional life is quickly being eroded. Teachers get fired for their social media posts. You could be one bong picture away from losing a $75,000 k-year job to someone else, even if that picture was taken a long time ago. For example, you're 22, graduating college, and a background check found something you posted 4 years ago that is used against you. So start being careful about what you post online now, because in the future it may bite you in the ass real hard, and you might not even realize it. Deleted. Getting a job and a driver's license, if you don't have one already. Deleted. Learn how to fucking cook. I know it's way more convenient to throw food in the microwave, but trust me. For your sanity, take a quality over quantity approach when it comes to feeding yourself. It's healthier and cheaper, if you do it right, at the cost of some time. And if you learn your way around spices and flavors, you'll be able to make restaurant quality meals while wearing literally nothing but a bathrobe. If you smoke, stop now. I'm turning 18 next month. I can 100% confirm that class of 2020 all the way to at least class of 2026 is absolutely fucked on vaping. They just won't stop, mayo. Roth IRA. and contribute to your 401k if your job has one. Many employers match up to a certain amount. Does your job offer a pension? Pretend it doesn't exist, because a frighteningly amount of them are underfunded. Start an IRA instead. As you start out on your own, it's important to start saving as much money as you can and delay gratification. Don't just live paycheck to paycheck and buy every shiny bauble that you can. A rainy day fund is important, because sooner or later, it rains. Plus you will get older eventually and want to do things like buy a house or start a family. I feel like not enough kids are learning how to cook anymore. Chillingly accurate. This is especially frustrating when you consider the fact that finding a recipe is as simple as watching a YouTube video. Politics. You're old enough to vote. Currently the 65+ crowd dominates elections. They'll be dead soon. There are more of you than them. It's your future. Don't buy into the turd sandwich vs giant douche apathy. Select the politicians you agree with. And pay attention to local elections as much if not more than the national stage, especially in America. There is some sneaky messed up shit that happens locally that will impact your life in ways you won't anticipate. Literally everything that happened to you in high school doesn't matter. Like sure you've heard and likely dismissed that while you were going through it, but the sooner you accept that, the faster you'll start to act like an adult. Also, if you're a dude, 23 seems to be the year everything goes to hell, but keep on and shit will improve. Goes to shit like, how? Only 17, but I feel that could be useful information. Being a YouTuber is not a career, it's not for everyone. It should be a hobby well before it can be considered a career. It's very rare you reach a level of success where that's an option. Depends on the person, but responsibility over stuff, realizing this is the real world etc. Retirement accounts. Throw crumbs in them during your 20s and compound interest will do its magic, giving you a very comfortable retirement. If you're going into college and you're going to have to take out student loans, you have to think about your degree as an investment. This means you have to realistically evaluate the earning potential of your degree compared to how much in loans you're taking out. Classic example, a psychology bachelor's degree is infamous for being somewhat worthless in terms of earning potential on its own. In order to make money in psychology you have to get a PhD as well. So if you take out $100,000 in loans for a psychology bachelor's degree by itself, that's not a good idea. My generation, I'm 36, grew up being told we could be whatever we wanted and to follow our dreams. Unfortunately you have to be more grounded in reality than that. Decide if college is actually for you. There are many jobs that are going to be automated in your lifetime. Jobs that will be last to automate are labor jobs. Start a landscaping company, a pool cleaning company, a plumbing company, an AC heater repair company, or any other labor type job. If you start young you have the potential to make $60K plus after only a couple years without putting yourself on $40K plus in debt. Obviously this route is not for everyone, but don't sleep on it just because everyone up until this point has said you need to go to college. I'll expand on this and say don't get a broad subject that isn't required for a job. Things like business studies don't really give you much of an advantage over people that don't have it. Don't go to college just because it's the default. Choose the best plan of action for your goals. Start putting a little money aside every week right now. Caring about what is cool or caring over much what others think of you will only hold you back. The more open-minded you are, the more prospects you will have in friendship, relationships, jobs, and when things are very hard, which they absolutely will be, more opportunities for joy, support, and pursuit of individual mastery of a wider variety of skills. Mistakes I made. Learn to manage money, have 3 months of wages in savings. Be prepared for everything, loss of job, car brakes. Find healthy stress relief, running and yoga. Find a good support group. Being alone and on your own is a dangerous hole. Follow your dreams and stick to them. Life in your early 20s can be depressing. Be prepared. Learn about personal finance. Little by little. You might think that it's not important now, but you'll regret it if you start late, and you'll be amazed how far you left others behind in terms of investment. The sooner you start, the better for the long run.